If you're thinking modularization involves complexity, let me convince you otherwise. Sometimes the easiest stuff provides the most benefit. For example, let's talk about allow user abort. It's a good idea to add this step at the beginning of every script so users can't cancel in the middle of a process. They might have a process half done or end up on some layout where you're going to that they shouldn't be on. All kinds of bad things can happen when a user cancels a script. Yet you as a developer often need to cancel a script. So you need that ability. So what do? Well, let's take a look at our find ultimate here. There it is right there. See how we have allow user abort off? That's because we don't want people to cancel it. But as a developer, maybe we'll make a mistake inside this loop and get in some endless loop here. And then we can't cancel it, so we have to force quit and possibly damage your file. That's not good. So here's what I do as a developer. I make a script called allow user abort. And in it is one step. Allow user abort. We'll save that. Go to our find ultimate. Replace that with the perform script. And find the allow user abort. And now what we have is the ability to change whether the script is allow user abort on or off. I simply come over here and turn it on or off, and then save it. So how's that different than including allow user abort on and off in each script? Well, I can turn it on and off universally. So when I turn it on and off here, every single script that calls this allow user abort script will turn on or off. I can quickly turn them all on or all off. Imagine that you are developing, no problem. We have them all on. And then we go and say, okay, I'll turn it off. No problem. And then you got to go ahead and work on it again. You turn it on and then off and then on. Not a big deal, not too bad. It certainly is beneficial over going to each script and turning them all on and all off. But we can do it even one step better. We can come in here and put in an if statement. And then we'll put an else in. And we're going to test for here. We'll duplicate that, put it right down there. We're going to test for in here is get account privilege set name. We're going to see if that equals full access. Now, you're probably wondering what full access is. Let me give you an introduction into security. We'll go into Manage Security. And you'll see inside here privilege sets, we have full access. It's one of these bracketed privilege sets that is a default that comes with the file. You don't have to do anything. And it has access to everything. So typically you don't give your users that kind of access. So we're testing for administrators. If you're an administrator, we're going to turn allow user abort on. Otherwise, everybody else is off. That way we never have to touch the script again. I log on as a developer. I've got allow user abort on for every script that calls this one. Anybody else logs on, it goes to off. Simple as that. Makes my life easy. Now you can do the same thing with set error capture. So we'll come in here and duplicate this script. Call it set error capture. Take these two steps out. Replace them with set error capture. Move that one in there. So for me, I want to have it on, and for me, I want to have it off so I can see all the error messages. But for everybody else, I don't want them to see the FileMaker messages. This is very handy. If I miss a message because set error capture is on, that's a problem for me. I want to see them. So, but users, they should never see those messages, especially since I'm replacing it with my own message or doing something else. You don't want them to see the FileMaker message and then your message. It doesn't make sense. So then we can come back to our ultimate find, take this out, and do another perform script here for set error capture. So we can provide or place these two steps in every single script. I can put it in my open script. Why not? We should have it in there. Put it at the very beginning. What about our duplicate search? Well, there's errors that could occur here, so we need that in there, right? What about a new company? Well, we don't really need to put this in here because it's being called really inside of another process, and it happens so quickly. There's no way somebody could go ahead and have a problem with this. But then again, we have delete record request. So what do we need to do here? What if we set up security so they can't delete records? Well, we need to allow them in this situation, because if you remember when this happens, this is when they're going, I want to put a new company in. Oh no, I want to cancel it. So what we need to do on this script here is come in here and choose a feature called, and let's see if I can find it here, grant full access. You'll see this little icon show up here. That means that when you run the script, it temporarily gives you full access. So you can delete a record whether you have the capability or not. So in this case, I'm going to allow them to do that. I want them to have full access, but in any other case, I'm not going to do that. And there's that company new feature here that we were talking about. Does this one need an allow user abort or a set error capture? I don't think any kind of errors can occur here. They could possibly with the set field, but it's really not necessary to put that stuff in there. So you've got to think about, do we put those script steps at the beginning or not? Short scripts and scripts that won't, I usually don't put them in there, especially the allow user abort. It's just another thing to run. Is it going to make your script that much faster? No, but it's going to make it a little bit longer, and it's really just kind of repetitive. And just think about when you're providing these options. So, like I said, sometimes the easiest stuff provides the most benefit. I can tell you that this saves me a ton of time from turning allow user abort on to off and off to on and so on, and same with set error capture. So I'd highly recommend modularizing it, and not just modularizing it with just the step, but also making it smart modularization.